And you would consider those therapists?
No, I look at them.
What about the pricing? Where do you stand on that? I mean,
and here's a secret. Most good coaches or mentors have...
Because for me, I think I've had mentors throughout my life that aren't... Let's do this. Let's talk about why everyone should have a therapist, according to Nate Be the Hero Woodbury. Why should everyone have a therapist?
Well, it's funny. Even in another episode that we filmed, when you talk about therapy or therapist, it's like, you've got a problem, you know, it's a solution that needs to be fixed. There's all different types of there's therapists that are professional, right? There's coaches that have different skill sets, or there's a mentor that's achieved something that you want to achieve. Like...
And you would consider those therapists?
No, I look at them for different roles.
Oh, okay.
So I would say like...
Coach, mentor, therapist, different things. Okay.
I would say a therapist is somebody that is helping you like emotionally. Like, so for me, I've recognized in my adult years and when I can like humble myself and really admit, yeah, there's some struggles that I have. I've had a therapist for a few years, and now that I've had a therapist for a few years, I'm like, why would I ever not want to have a therapist? It just really helped me navigate so much from, you know, the food that I eat to just different emotions, things in my relationship.
It's a very East Coast thing. You know what I mean? Like, here we are out in the West. It seems like everyone on the East Coast has a therapist, mentions that they have a therapist or a psychoanalyst or whatever they want to call them, you know, and it's just kind of part of their life, almost as if everyone has one, like you're alluding to. But yeah, you're right. Kind of where we live out in the Western U.S., it doesn't seem as common.
Well, I think what's become more common is coaching, and people having a coach, whether it's a business coach or a success coach or whatnot. And coaches are great. Coaches are really good at asking the questions. So if I were coaching you, I would really just ask questions to pull stuff out of you, and all the answers are coming from you. So a coach can see things from a different perspective. A therapist is like a coach. A good therapist is somebody that actually has skills, and they actually have training. They know how the brain works a little bit more, and so they can use a little bit more professional skills to guide that. Or a coach, right? They're really good at asking the questions, and you come up with the solutions. It's kind of like accountability. And if we define a mentor as something different, my definition would be a mentor is somebody who's actually achieved something that you want to achieve.
I know what you're saying. And today, especially more than ever, it seems like everyone either is a coach or a mentor or has a coach and or a mentor. And you're on the side of, well, everyone should have one.
Yeah, I love education. I think that education is great. We should always be learning. And I also think that the traditional educational system has a lot of weaknesses. It doesn't get us as far as it used to, right? I thought I wanted to be a dentist, as we've talked about before. I pursued that education line. I got a degree in human biology. Because I didn't finish that, like that degree really doesn't do me any good. The certificate doesn't do me anything. All the learning along the way, I mean, I learned how to learn. But a lot of learning today with YouTube, you know, and all the how-to content you can find, the tutorials on any subject that you want, you can really get out there and learn and apply yourself. When you have a mentor, somebody who has achieved something ahead of you, let's just talk about if you've got a mentor in your business, let's say there's somebody who in your same industry, they've achieved a certain revenue number or business size or whatnot, wouldn't that be a good person to take advice from? Not an academic who wrote a book or something right? So mentors are great, and getting advice from people, that's the best way to learn. And a coach or a therapist, they can help you see things that you can't see. Like I see things through my lens, through my experience, but somebody else from an outside view can say, you know, point out things like, oh, I would have never thought of that before. Or, you know, we have blind spots. The only way that you can actually experience that is to you know, go have a session with a therapist and see. But I'll also say that like some therapists are better than others, and some are a better fit. So I've hired a therapist, gotten some value, but just thought, I don't know if this is going to be long-term, switched to another one. I've found a therapist that I've had for a few years that's really great.
So you kind of shop around a little bit till the fit is right.
Yeah, it's worth it. I mean, this is my life. I want to improve my happiness. I want to improve my success. I want to be a better dad and a better husband. And so I'm investing in that. That's why I do it.
Yeah. What about the pricing? Where do you stand on that? I mean, coaching and mentoring seem like such almost altruistic things. You were helping the society. We're helping to develop somebody. I've had people come to me. What can you teach me? How can you help me? I have questions. Should I put a price tag on my experience and the sharing of those experiences? If so, how much? I mean, is there money to be made for people watching in those respective?
Here's the reality. The therapists are typically in the model of charging by the hour, an hourly rate, and they typically have higher skills to know how.
Right. Yeah.
So it's going to be more affordable to go that route. Oftentimes, there are...
Oh, you're saying more affordable with the therapist?
Yeah.
Because to me, yeah, they're educated, they've been trained, they have licensure, all that stuff, and you have every Tom, Dick, and Harry as a coach or a mentor. I mean,
so there are great coaches out there, but there are awful coaches that you could easily spend 40 grand on a coach and not, you come away with having some good experiences, but it's like, you've really got to look at the results. You've got to look at a track record. Do they have a portfolio of some sort that you can look at?
Right.
A mentor, what I categorize as a mentor, but do they, what are you going to get for the money? And sometimes a mentor can be free. A mentor is like, I've been there, I want to kind of pay it back. I want to pay it forward. And so they'll take you by the hand and lead you. If you can find a mentor like that, that's got a vested interest in you, they've already made their success, they're just wanting to help you out. But how do you find that?
Yeah, because for me, I think I've had mentors throughout my life that aren't officially mentors. They don't have an open to shop and put we're open sign out. They're just people that I've gleaned information from, that have held my hand, that have brought me along, that have shown me the ropes, and they haven't made a dime off of me. And that's where I think a lot of people go, well, nowadays, it feels like everyone just cashes in on goodness. You know what I mean? Or they take advantage of someone who's, of young bull or doe or whatever that's just showing up, bright lights, big city, and I want to make it, and I want to do this and that. Come here, and for your money, we will give you X, Y, Z experiences. I mean, how do you? Am I up the wrong? Am I barking up the wrong canoe with a paddle that's been rivered and creaked?
You really got to look at the results and look at it like, how much money is being asked, right? How much money am I going to invest here, and what's the risk? What happens, in scenario A? What happens in scenario B? And here's a secret. Most good coaches or mentors have books, and they put all their golden gems. They put all their wisdom and effort and energy into a book. And what is it? $12, $20, you can get the audiobook or the paperback book. What if we treated a book the same way that we treated a coach that we paid 50 grand for or something, right? Like, we've got it detailed and refined and edited and polished. Like, a book is super valuable. So I've done both. Yeah. I've got a lot of books that I've treated like, all right, I love what this person is teaching. The E-Myth Revisited is one that I mentioned, Michael Gerber. Never met him. He doesn't know who I am, but I'd consider him a mentor because I've really studied that book. Robert Kiyosaki is another one in that realm with Rich Dad Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant. So there's a few mentors that I have that I've never met, but there are others that I've hired, and some it's been a waste of money, and others it's been a very good investment. So
clearly.
So of all the hats that you're currently wearing in your business, I'm giving you another one, but there's an efficient way of doing it. So I've created this book called A Hero's Guide to Influence on YouTube. It's a way that you can get maximum results on YouTube in a very, very efficient way so you can get results. This is how you generate leads on YouTube. This is my gift to you. I don't make any profit on what I'm gonna give to you here. This is the hardcover version, and color is a lot more expensive than I thought. So I'm gonna ask you, let me just show you this. Put 2 years of sweat into this book, but full color, because I really wanted to be able to show you and teach you so that you can implement and get the same results that I do on all the different channels that I produce. So whether you want paperback or hardcover, if you go to natesyoutubebook.com, this is called free plus shipping. So as long as you cover my costs, then this is my gift to you.